What is going on, everybody? Hopefully that you guys can hear me. I got the microphone hooked up right here, so I'm not in my usual location where I do my videos at for this. But as you can see by the day's topic on why is it hard to trust cops? Now, this is a three-part series. The first part was on brutality, on the perspective on the beginning on why you see a lot of these viral videos going around, because they only show you, again, the middle and the ending, but they never show you the first part. Going into it, we have the second part on not all cops are bad, and this is the third part on why is it hard to trust cops. And I give you guys my projective perspective along with my own personal experiences to go into these stories. Now today I'm going to give you two stories about two cops that shows an example of why it's hard to trust, law enforcement, the people who are there to protect you. The first person I'm going to go on to say, and again, I always give my projective perspective, but today is more of a story than just the perspective, but it still goes into this three-part series. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into it. And this person's going to go unnamed for the first one, because yes, he's still part of the authority. He worked as a SOR officer for an elementary school, and then he transferred to a middle school. He was once working at a high school a little bit later on after that, but went back to the elementary school. Now, he played off like, we all thought he was this cool individual, and exactly how that kind of played out, because he had a program. I'm not going to say the name of the program. I'm not going to put everything out there like that. However, it's supposed to be for discipline, but rather than it being discipline, he used it to aggravate on situations to later on, which goes into why certain people that I grew up with don't like each other and just had them constantly fight. No, you're there to do your job, to stop the fights, not to provoke them, not to prevent them, not to start them. And that's exactly what it is that he did. He provoked them, started them, which goes into even later on, there was a lot of hatred amongst a lot of people who went on to middle school after elementary school because of this character.
I'm just making sure I'm staying on the right terminology.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And because of that, he goes on to even further say, hey, I'm cool with a lot of actual street cats, quote unquote, to where a lot of actual criminal activity. And these are people that you know, and the things that they've done in order to take bribes to keep quiet, and you're letting this all just slide by. So that's also to go on as well for you being a dirty cop, sheriff at that. Later on, an ex-friend of mine was acting a bit funny, couldn't figure out why, even though I knew why, and talked to him about this individual, and he said some things that really rubbed me the wrong way, that wasn't part of the topic of conversation. And I told him. I told my friend about that. He contacted him, then the person wanted to cover their tracks and be like, I didn't say that. Well, you're mad because you really got caught. So when it comes to trust, that's why with this part, it's really trust and why you just can't even take word of authority figure. And yeah, a good majority of them do have things to do with aggravating and provoking violence. This 40 figure would also go on to cause a lot of good people losing their job at this school, and the reason for the dress code as well, over some really, really dumb shit at that. Because he didn't like these people who were making a difference, which ended up causing, to come to find out, even more so why a lot of clothing stores back when got closed down the way they did. Because he wanted to make everything negative in a negative light in terms of being some sort of gang relation, when nothing really wasn't. So yes, as you can see by this first part, you can't take word of an authority figure. A lot of them do cause the violence first against other individuals. A lot of them who take bribes who are considered dirty at that. And those that cause good people who do make a difference to lose their job because he doesn't like the positivity. And that is very sad. The next story, and this is going to be a short video, by the way. The next story would go on to be the summer that's passing by. I come home from my daily walks, and I'm seeing 2 cop cars parked in front of my house, snooping around my house. Looks like they were bothering my animals at that. Trying to look like inside the house, trying to get in. I approach them, hey, can I help you guys with anything? They come to say, well, there's an alarm that went off at the neighbor's house. No, because the neighbors were home all day. We're home all day. It's a pretty decent-sized family next door. Alarm didn't go off. They were still snooping as I was talking to them. So I said, is there going to be a problem? Excuse me, officers, is there going to be a problem? No problem. Well, I even said, well, I would appreciate it if you guys would move on, because there's nothing of no alarm, of no scent that went on. Now, going back, yes, this was a week where there was activity being reported and several people breaking into people's houses. I walked past somebody who was talking to authority, who somebody was trying to break into their house. However, this just wasn't one of them cases. So why are you snooping around someone's house? Even as an authority figure. Why? And again, I would said, can I help you with anything, or is there going to be a problem? And they tend to back up. Now, I braced myself to get ready, just in case something was to go down. Going on to later on that week, there was a dog attack because the neighbors across the street don't keep their dogs on a leash, and they really don't pay attention to their animal. And the animal wants human affection, wants attention. He wanted to play with the other animals in the neighborhood, but it ended up not working out so well. So the cops were called. Everyone was outside trying to figure out what's going on, and you had cops knocking on certain people's door who kind of live close to this individual, trying to see if they know anything, usual stuff. No. My mother went outside to talk to neighbors and told them about, hey, where's your guy's place broken into? Because my son said the cops said they heard the alarm was reported going off at your guys' house. They said, no. Well, why? Because there were cops snooping around our place. Again, cops are going to be fishy. They're going to snoop around as well. So with this 3-part series, you get a good balance of projective perspective when it comes to certain things that you see that go quote-unquote viral. Cops kind of hurting people. Again, they show you the middle and the ending, but they don't show you the beginning, how those things play out. You have the second part, which is, not all cops are bad. from yesterday's story. And then you got this one on why cops can't be trusted, and which goes into why a lot of people have a hard time trusting law enforcement. You know, I've seen this on so many, again, occasions. I'm about to be 28 years old. I've seen a lot. I've seen this on so many occasions where you have police officers, you know, really snooping around the areas for no apparent reason. Some say they're doing their duty or they're on patrol. Well, no. But why are you snooping around other people's houses? Some even go as far to, should I say, live a double life when it comes to breaking into places. Yeah, it's been known to happen. It's out there. But that's how it goes. And I hope you guys really got something out of this, which kind of goes into a reason why, if not one of the reasons why people have a hard time trusting 40 figures. So yeah, I had my fair share on all types of different experiences, good or bad. So hopefully that you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully that you guys got something out of this as well. Again, you guys can check out this video on my woke channel, or like to call it my political woke channel, which is Cheddar Cherry 931. And this is a 3-part set. The first part is brutality. The second part, not all cops are bad. And then the third part, why it's hard to trust cops, you know. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully that you guys got something out of this, you know, and I'm out. And hopefully that you guys can hear me. I had to hook up the microphone piece today.